What is actually valuable to you? What is like actually meaningful to you?
What's actually valuable and meaningful to me is being of service, having fun, laughing, and unlocking the magic potential in myself and others.
Is there a shadow side of that to you? Does that come from, because I've heard you talk about depression, I've heard you talk about like avoidance, I've heard you talk about like a lack of intimacy or like a resistance around that. Those are all things that I've experienced a significant amount of.
Hey. You too? You too?
Yeah, we're with my girlfriend is here right now, beautiful Maggie, and she just led us through breath work. And I used to be avoidant, much more avoidant. Now I've shifted over to anxious. I'm like subtly leaning into security. It's a whole pendulum.
You're there. You're secure, bro.
Thanks, bro.
You're secure.
I respect that.
So this is like, this is to answer your question. Honestly, I don't believe in calling it a shadow. I just think it's training.
Yeah. Other side of the pole, maybe.
No, I experienced all those things, but I think they make me a better teacher. You can't teach something that you haven't yourself figured out and overcome.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of times God gives teachers pain to learn how to figure it out, and then you can help others to do so. And that sounds like, it might sound really callous to someone that's in that pain now, but that's how I think about those things. I used to call myself avoidant. I would never do that now. I might have avoidant habits, but that's not my identity. I am not avoidant, you know? So you might have avoidant habits. Now you have anxious habits. Remember, they're just those are just habits. Literally, they're habits. They're like little thoughts that you've practiced thinking.
Yeah.
And any habit can be changed, right? And so I think all the pain, and I've experienced my ration of pain in life. I really believe is training. I really do.
How do you get through depression? Do you experience something that you would call depression? Based off of listening to other podcasts, I've heard the term depression. I think depression's like a very maybe subjective concept and can mean different things to different people.
I think of it the exact same way now. I didn't always think of it this way, but I think depression for me 100% was just a habit. I didn't think it wasn't a disease for me or some crazy bug I got born with or bit with. Like it was a habit, a mode that I continually used my mind and my nervous system.
What seeded the habit?
It could be modeling, like parental behavior, or just something I started doing because I remember doing it in high school. So it just became something that I practiced a lot. It was a way I held my body, a way I breathed. Right. It was a particular thought pattern, and then I made an identity around those things. I said, I am this way. I'm a dark guy. I'm a depressed guy. And then you just keep doing more. You just keep repeating the pattern, the habit. But now when I think about that, I think, okay, I'm 35. I practice that habit a lot. Sometimes those grooves are somewhat instantiated in like my nervous system. So sometimes I'll find myself going there, but I can use my body a different way. I can stand up straighter. I can use my breath a different way. I can think different thoughts. And it's really not my identity. You know, it's just a habit. And who I am is so much bigger than any habit. It's like it's just so much bigger. And so I've cured myself of that. I hesitate to use that word because I don't really think of it like a disease anymore. So it's kind of like Yeah, it's a weird thing.
When you were in a state of depression, was it an ongoing thing? Was there a period? Was it episodic? Like, how was that experience for you? And is it still something that creeps in? You just have different language around it?
Yeah, it crept in this morning.
Yeah.
I wake up, I'm like, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
I just lay in bed here. And I have a name for that part of myself. I call it lurch. I'm like, man, I just want to lay here, dude.
What were you fuck thising about? What was the fuck this?
I was like, man, it's just a whole, like, you were talking about the casket of like,
yeah, like straight jacket.
It's just a casket of self-pity. I'm like, man, I didn't sleep good last night, man. My fucking, like, fuck this, dude. Like, I don't want to do this day. And that I used to think I just had to stay there. I'd wake up and I'd live my whole day from that state, and I would wait for my circumstances to give me an excuse to feel otherwise.
Right.
I'd wait for my circumstances to change my state.
Yeah.
That's a very weak place to live from, and I lived from it most of my life.
It's very codependent.
Yeah, man.
Codependent on the
external
world.
Yeah. And now it's like I change my state, and then in turn my circumstances change. Like I used to wait for my circumstances to shine light upon me, and now I know I'm the light that shines on my circumstances. So then, like, what's the actual? How do you actually do that? You wake up feeling like Lurch, Mike, and then how do you shift that? Man, it's easy, dude. It's actually like deceptively easy, and you do a lot of these things too. One is the cold water is like crazy.
Yeah.
I use music every morning, music that makes me happy, and I dance, and I stand in a way that where my shoulders are back. I put my arms over my head, like I just hit the game-winning shot. Like I just hit the game. I feel that every day for no reason. No, there was no shot. I just, yeah, fuck yeah, yes, yeah. And I'll say who I am. I don't say I'm avoidant. I don't say I'm anxious. I don't say I'm depressed. I say I am joy. I am faith. I am love. I am grace. I am gratitude. And I say it like I mean it. I am joy. I am faith. I am love. Bro, 5-10 minutes, Lurch is gone. And then I go and start my day.
Could there be a bypassing and like an avoidance of those emotions that could come up with a person as well? Could there be value in leaning into those and going like to the end of them to find the light through them?
I think so, and I appreciate you bringing up the nuance of that, because sometimes those feelings of pain are pointing you towards something that you need to either address or learn or grow into.
Yeah, like it is the lesson.
It is the lesson. And so only the individual knows the difference. Only the individual knows the difference between leaning into, God, this hurts, I need to look here and grow from this, or I'm making an identity out of this and milking this for attention from other people.
Yeah.
You wanna have a balance, right? And so I think my experience of life at this point is January 11th, and I'm 36. I think
What's your birthday?
February 12th. And I'm not 30. I'm about to be 36.
I was going to say, you just said you're 35.
Yeah,
and I'm like, happy birthday, but wait, it's not February.
Breath work, dude.
We're just still at breath work.
Golly. I don't know how
47.
old I am. Hi, everyone. My name's Aaron Alexander. It's great to meet you.
It's October.
I think we're supposed to feel. We laugh more before we come back to a serious point.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Come back.
Palate cleansing fuck. Fuck! Woo!
You do good with like playfulness. It seems like you're very much tapped into your,
do
like
well,
inner
bro.
child.
Do well.
Whatever, bro.
You're a professional.
Get off my dick, bro.
Podcaster.
I like you. Do good.
Hey,
feels
man.
If
it's working for you, stick with it.
I like simple, basic, straightforward.
Incorrect. grammar.
Whatever.
Yes, great, man. It's gotten you this far.
You do right.
Look how far you've come with look how far you've come with using that, you structuring those sentences incorrectly.
I got a lot of work.
You're crushing it.
A lot of work to do. You do right with the staying tapped into that like inner child thing. Is that a consistent thing for you? Is like, it seems like when I met you, you probably had this experience with other people, or you maybe had this reflection from people, but it's very clear that you have like a significant depth, and like upon walking up to you, it's like, sometimes you can meet somebody and it's almost it's like contractive in a way. Like you meet them, it's like you can tell they're stressed out or they're anxious or or they're pissed off at you or whatever.
God damn it.
And then it's just kind of this like closing type thing. You, upon meeting you, I'm sure you have lots of oscillations of how you are, but upon meeting you, it was kind of this like expansiveness where I had to actually like retune my nervous system to like slow down, calm down, and listen. It's pretty interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that something that
really kind?
Yeah.
Thank you for that reflection.
Yeah. Is it something that you cultivate? Is that like the standard for you? Is that just like baseline? Is that a practice?
I try to have it be baseline. Sometimes I dip under for sure. Like this morning, whatever. But my thing I've been working on lately is laughing more.
Yeah.
And especially laughing at myself. I feel like that's the best antidote personally for me when I find myself in a situation. Let me tell you a story. I bought a hyperbaric chamber.
Oh, good.
Okay. And so it's
hard or soft?
Hard.
Good.
And it's like this shit costs more than my car.
Damn, you going in.
And I'm like, spent all this money on it. And and I'm like, I put it in my garage and I'm getting in there, I'm using it, and I'm like, I'm getting healthier using this thing. And then I started to feel a little weird. I had this like weird thing in my throat. And intuitively I was like, I feel like I've been exposed to mold. So I got a mold test. My doctor's like, bro, you are full of mold. He's like, you're full of. So then I got the garage tested. And the garage is full of. So it's like, I bought this chamber thinking I'm getting healthy. At first I got upset. And I was like, man, this is fucked up. And I was in the self-pity casket.
Yeah.
And then I zoomed out and I was like, I spent an absurd amount of money on this like medical apparatus, and then I put it inside of a mold box, and then I laid in there for like, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. And so just laughing, being able to laugh at myself has been a real gift in recent months, man.
Hope you guys enjoyed that conversation as much as I did. If you did, feel free to tag us on the Instagram. You can find me at Aaron Alexander on there. Also check out the YouTube channel that is at Align Podcast. Subscribe over there so you get each week's videos and instructional content. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for reviews. Thanks for doing you. I'll see you next week.